Hi everyone and welcome to the ICANNWiki tutorial on the visual editor, which is an extension we've recently put on our site. It's supposed to make editing a little bit easier. So let's get started by creating an article on the ICANN Multi-Stakeholder Ethos Award, which I noticed the other day is not on our site. Alright, so what happens when we don't have an article on a site is we get a red link, which is an invitation link. I'll go ahead and click on that. Alright, this is a warning that I've previously deleted the article, and that's only because I was testing it out for a video, so let's move on here. What I want to do is go instead from the create source to create, which is the visual editor. And voila, we have the title here, and then we're going to create an introduction, which means we need to bold the first few words. So I'm going to just do a drop down option here, hit the bold, do ICANN Stakeholder Ethos Award. Unbold it is an annual award given by ICANN to let's say community members. Here's the reference that I'm using. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just copy this and put quotes around it, since we're quoting it directly. Great. Now I want to go a little into the past awards, since there have been a couple of recipients in the last few years, and it looks like the way we'll divide that on the page is by creating another heading. Right, past awards. Click down, we'll do 2014. Actually, I'll go ahead and bold this for the sake of experimentation. And that was ICANN 50 London. Let's see. There is an article for that, and the way we find if there's another article on the site for ICANN 50 is we highlight it and click the link button, and voila, here we go. Cool. All right, and I'll go ahead and insert the first recipient, which is Aubrey Doria. And what I'll do next is, again, look for an article on Aubrey, just so somebody can click on their page and ensure that they do have an article. So I'll hit that, and there's a match. We're good to go. Great. So we'll then move on to 2015. Hold that. ICANN. When was that? It's ICANN 53. In Buenos Aires. Highlight that, and I'll look for a link, and voila, there we go. I'm done. I click down and I do another bullet to introduce our players. Remember that year it was Nick Cuinar. Highlight him and look for a site. Look, he's got an article. We're good to go. The next person is Cheryl Wingdon Orr. Great, she has an article as well. We are good to go. So this is a very basic introduction to an article and using the visual editor to create the article, but it does get you started. The next thing that we want to add is another header, and that's for our references. Yes, we are now going to add a reference for the article. So you notice I kept referring to this site in order to get my information. I'm going to go ahead and use that, and go ahead and site. insert a link. It's an external link. Done. Now, this is actually a part of our site that we need to adjust with the create source or edit source once we're done. So what I'm going to do is, now that I have my references, I'm going to save the page. So I added article visual. Great. You always want to make sure that you leave a description behind. Save the page. Great. We have an article on the ICANN Multi-Stakeholder Ethos Award. And one way to make sure that your references actually look the part is you go ahead and click Edit Source. And so we've got the reference all set up here. And that's what's great about visual editors. It sort of does the work for you. But if you could do, if you could add the title of your reference, add a period, and then add the date that you retrieved it, on another period, that should change the way the reference works, and then we should be well on our way to creating a good article. See, there we go. We've got the title of the article or the reference and the date that you retrieved it, and we have an article. Thanks so much.